What's up, everybody? So back again here. I got a request from a viewer the other day, and she said, what are your favorite, I think she said something like, what are your favorite incense fragrances? And I'm going to make this topic about my favorite, but also what are the best sellers, okay? Because what's my favorite may not be somebody else's favorite. So I'll just talk about what are my favorites and what are the ones that actually sell the fastest. Now, my absolute favorite out of all the incense sticks, I'm going to have to say is going to be Opium. And I'm really surprised that that one does not move out as fast as I'd like it to, because it's absolutely it is my favorite incense stick, okay? And the reason being is that it just has that classic, there's just something about it. It just has that classic incense smell. It just smells like that fragrance was made to be used as an incense stick. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it just smells like the way an incense stick is supposed to smell. So Opium is my absolute favorite. After Opium, I would say is going to be the Frankincense and Myrrh, the extra strength one that I have. The Sudanese Frankincense and Myrrh, I grew up on that. That's been around for a very long time. And that one is nice too. It's just kind of gotten old a little bit, at least for me. So I really lean more towards the extra strength one that I picked up. And so that's going to be number 2. Let me see, what else? Jamaican Plum is a real nice stick. Real nice burn. There are some fragrances that when you smell it as an oil, it doesn't smell like it smells when it's going to be burned. And sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad. Like strawberry, for example. If I make incense sticks out of strawberry fragrance, I like the smell of strawberries, but it doesn't necessarily, to me, doesn't necessarily come out good as an incense stick, because when you burn it, it doesn't smell anything like the actual fragrance. Same thing with cherry, right? And also cinnamon. Smells great as fragrances, but when you burn it on a stick, it doesn't quite smell how the fragrance oil smells. Okay, if that makes any sense. However, on the flip side, green apple is another one of my favorite incense sticks. Even though when you smell it as a fragrance oil, it doesn't smell the same as an incense stick, but I like it, even though it doesn't smell the same as an incense stick. And the reason why I like green apple so much is that it just has this, there's just something mild about it. It's one of those non-obnoxious, just kind of like everyday mild incense sticks that doesn't annoy me. When I smell it, I don't get annoyed and want to put it out like halfway through. Okay, some incense sticks are like that, like the extra strength pine that I made. People like pine. Pine is a big seller. But the extra strength, like just yesterday, it was too much for me, so I ended up putting the stick out. So green apples is one of my favorite ones. Let me see what else. The Sunset Heat. Sunset Heat is one of my favorite ones. What else can I think of? Those are the tops. Those are the tops. Now let's talk about. So those are my absolute favorites. Green apple, Opium. What else did I say? The extra strength Frank and Myrrh. Am I forgetting something? Patchouli is good, but patchouli I have to kind of like water it down because an extra strength patchouli, I'm not really feeling it. I really don't care too much for an extra strength patchouli. But like a mild patchouli, I do like, because patchouli is more on the musky side. So patchouli is in there as well. Now, what are the biggest sellers? Number 1 biggest seller is going to be Frankincense and Myrrh. Without a doubt, Frankincense and Myrrh is my number 1 biggest seller. After Frankincense and Myrrh, I would have to say It would be a toss-up between patchouli and dragon's blood. But patchouli and dragon's blood, those are also huge, big sellers. What else? Egyptian musk is a big seller. Okay. See, here's the thing with incense sticks, is that people usually go for the traditional scents, like scents that they already know, they've already been around it since they were children. So, like for example, lavender is a huge seller. Jasmine is a huge seller. Okay, patchouli, dragon's blood. To me personally, I never even grew up around that. So, but it's still a big seller. That's another big seller. Ecstasy, big seller. Okay. Was it Gain, right? The Gain incense sticks. That's a big seller. What else? Again, all of the traditional scents. Pineapple coconut, Jamaican coconut, big sellers. Okay. Jamaican plum that one is picking up. Believe it or not, that one has picked up because the body oil of Jamaican plum moves out like really, really fast. Okay. Lick Me All Over, that's another big incense seller. Okay. Did I say black sandalwood? If I didn't say black sandalwood is another big seller. Okay. French vanilla is a big seller. Yeah, what else? Yeah, so if I think I mentioned all of them. So yeah, those are on that side. Oh, I forgot to say, Egyptian musk is one of my favorites as well. And black sandalwood I like too, but it has to be mild. I can't do an extra strength black sandalwood. It's just too overbearing. But those are a couple of my other favorites as well. So, yeah, Ecstasy is a big seller. And I think that might be it. I mean, I've got like 60 something different incense sticks. All of them sell. Kush. I forgot to mention Kush. That's another big seller. Okay. If I forgot to mention anything, I'll just put it down in the description below. But so far, I think that's it. So those are my, in the beginning, my top favorites and the most popular sellers. So listen. If you're not subscribed, I know I said in my last video, if you're not subscribed to the newsletter, stay subscribed, because just this past few weeks, I ran specials that only email subscribers got a chance to take advantage of. Also, when I come out with new fragrances, I don't do a review on every single new fragrance that I come out with. So those that were and are subscribed to the email newsletter on extravagantfragrances.com, they got a chance to see exactly what is new on the website. So please make sure, if you're not subscribed to the email newsletter, please do so. And that way you can take advantage of all the specials and new fragrances that I have coming in. So until then, subscribe, like, and share this video, and I will see you soon. Take care, everybody.